Hi everyone, so I'm back at week 44 and this is the 26th of October until the 1st of November. So this is proper Halloween week, but we really didn't do much for Halloween this year. In all honesty, we've been really lax with the autumn, Halloween and even Christmas, to be fair, this year in terms of decorations and stuff. We've just been so preoccupied with the house, and obviously the house isn't as we want it to be in terms of furniture and renovations and stuff. So it just seems to me a bit redundant at the moment to buy a load of new decor when I don't even know where things are or where they will be. So it might have to wait until next year to sort of get myself a bit more festive for all these different occasions, which is fine. It just felt very odd this year to not have any pumpkins or any wreath on my door or anything like that. Like, I normally try and make a little bit of an effort, but this year time just flew. We was in October before I knew it, and we're now in November and we go away soon. So I will have to put my Christmas tree up before we go away to Costa Rica, because by the time we come back it's the middle of December, and I just, I like to have my Christmas tree up a bit longer than a couple of weeks. So yeah, not overly festive for Halloween, but we made some bits and we watched some bits, and we made the most of what the time we did have. So yeah, so the main thing of this week really was we were designing our kitchen. So on Monday, we actually went to this big warehouse of this company that do kitchens, and they have a big showroom with all the different sort of types of styles of units and appliances and all sorts of different things. So we went there to try and get an idea of what you can do nowadays, because we've never renovated a kitchen, and we're aware that there is a lot of fancy things out there that can make your life a little bit easier. And if we're going to do this renovation, we want to make sure we do things that are going to benefit us, and also we're going to spend the money on it basically, rather than just not and then feel like we want to renovate again in a couple of years' time. Like, I'd rather spend the money now and it last us 30 years or whatever. So yeah, we've got a few ideas, and it definitely gave us a proper idea of what we can do with the space. So we came home from the showroom and we decided to start planning out the kitchen. So this company actually have like an online planning tool where you can put the units in, you can put the the size of your kitchen and all the doors and windows and stuff like that, and it says what you can actually fit in the space that you've got. So we did that, and yeah, we've got a pretty good idea of what we're going to do, but we do need to do some bits before we really get into it, because we want to move the radiator in the kitchen, because it takes up an entire wall that we could use for units and space and stuff. So we do want to move that radiator before we do anything, but yeah, it's ongoing, and I'm glad that we've made a bit of a move with it. So watch this space with that one. So the first photo at the top obviously is just a picture of the showroom, and then I will be putting a picture of one of our sort of design plans in the bottom right in one of the 3x4 pockets. But that was Monday. On Sunday, we actually had our friends come over, and they've got two little kids, and they absolutely loved our stairs of all the things. They just loved going up and down the stairs. The little boy, he's just learning to sort of walk. So the idea of climbing upstairs, he loves. So they preoccupied their dad with the stairs for a long time, and they took this picture of them playing on the cat bed, which, bless him, he went home covered in cat hair because he was sleeping on the blanket. Well, he was playing on the blanket that Moose sleeps on. So I just thought that was quite cute. So I included the photo of those. Obviously, I've covered their faces, but yeah, it was quite nice to have those round and just catch up. We haven't seen them since the summer, I don't think. So yeah, it was nice to catch up with them. So that's going to go in there. And as I said, in the last pocket will be a picture of just one of our design plans for the kitchen. So yeah, as I said, watch this space. Once we've sort of figured out how to move the radiator, get our measurements right and things, we'll then be looking at getting these things ordered. We think we have a fitter. Potentially he's a family friend or a friend of a friend of a friend. I know he's a family of a friend. So yeah, we think we have a fitter, and hopefully he can come round and do our kitchen for us. If not, we're going to have to go find someone else. But we've had quite a few people do home renovations, so I think we've got some good recommendations and things. But yeah, the kitchen hopefully will look completely different once we've done it. We're going to try and maximize the space that we have. We have found that there's not much storage in the current setup, and there's a lot of wasted floor space. So we are hoping to have like a peninsula island type thing that sort of comes out and takes up a bit of the floor space, that includes cupboards and stuff. So yeah, it will hopefully look really nice. It's just the colours that I'm unsure of at the moment. So we are thinking about whether to order it just in white. But we'll see. We will see. So then the last photo is going to go at the bottom. I actually baked some cupcakes. So I bought some autumnal decorations from the range a couple of weeks back, and it was just like little sticks with pumpkins and leaves on top, and then obviously the little cases that the cupcakes bake in. So I wanted to make some cupcakes, and I thought lemon would be quite nice. So I made some lemon cupcakes with lemon icing, and they were really nice, actually. I was quite impressed with myself. They're very simple. It wasn't anything, like a masterpiece or anything, but they're just nice. They're nice sort of sized snacks that we can just have over the next couple of weeks. And I just thought they looked cute with the little pumpkins and leaves on top of them as well. So yeah, it's been quite a busy week, but not really leaving the house busy. It's been a busy week at work. This week's actually the busiest week that we have at work, because all the employees basically can start applying for their 2026 holidays. So obviously everyone is emailing us, everyone's requesting their dates and everything like that. So it's a very busy time for me in my department. So yeah, been sort of concentrating on work a little bit and not staying late, but just doing maybe an extra half hour and things just to make sure things are finished up rather than leaving them and causing more work the next day. So yeah, it's just a busy time at work at the moment. But yeah, I'm looking forward to November. There'll be quite a few different array of layouts for November, because we have 2 holidays, and I do obviously want to use my Day in the Life collection for one of the weeks. But yeah, we have two holidays that I'll be using travel collections for, which I'm very excited about, and I'm very excited to be going away to Valencia soon. The weather here in the UK has turned really cold the last couple of weeks, so it'd be nice to have a little bit of a sunshine, and just spend time a bit of Joe, really, because it has been really, really busy. But yeah, so I hope you've enjoyed, and I'll be back soon. Bye.